Okay, this is a story about co-creating a service design concept for the client learning center at Aalto University.
And at the moment, the Learning Center is still Aalto University Library. Learning Center is still a vision, but then we were really happy that the vision is much more concrete than before. Aalto University Library was founded in 2010, so it's a really young organization. However, our history goes back as far as 1849, and we were founded by a merger of the 3 campus libraries from the emerging universities of Aalto. We do receive about 500,000 visitors every year. That is, in fact, more than the 3 Finnish leading museums. So that's a lot of people coming and using our services. But what we have seen recently is that more and more the way customers interact with us is changing. The amount of the e-based services we provide is 8 times more than the physical ones. So actually we're in the middle of a rapid change related to digitalization, new ways of learning that emerged from that process. And the problem is that we need to carefully rethink the way we offer our services and the way we are as an organization. That's why we are becoming a learning center, and that's why we needed help with defining what that learning center actually means for us.
So you talk about bringing the community together, but did you know that we wanted to help the library to understand the market in which it operates today and in the future? And thinking in the traditional way is not necessary because Aalto Library is only in the Aalto Library University, so no competitors for it. And as a designers, we looked this from the perspective of customer-oriented market, and we wanted to find out what are the student choices when they want to work the best way, and or to learn as much as possible. So some students are willing to pay, and some prefer to use internet at home, and some choose learning by doing, and some use the word of self-help. And this represents the market which library operates in.
Well, those are not exactly big news for us. We have realized it a long time ago, and we've been working really hard to tackle this issue. And in the process, we were piloting different kinds of ideas. We did pay attention to the physical spaces, and there we created a network of learning hubs, so-called. Those were flexible learning environments tailored exactly for the customers in those particular spaces. As for other services, we have developed a very popular tool for publication analysis that now allows Aalto University make better decisions with recruitment. But those services have been successful, yes, but rather independent. And what we lacked was a way of seeing the whole thing holistically. And that's where Kuudes came in.
So the brief we received was create actually service design concept for the learning center. And this picture representing on life on campus and students. And library is concentrating only in certain needs and actually in that corner for information and learning. And so our task was to create a new holistic service concept. But there was this huge challenge. We have 2 weeks, 3 campuses, 8 different target segments, and all our calendars were mostly full. There are students in 3 different campuses, Otaniemi, Arabia, and Töölö campus. And they all have a different needs and different way of working and learning. And we find out from Aalto University that there are actually 350 professors, 5,000 library staff, 20,000 students, and 80,000 alumni. So it was impossible to even interview even most of them. So what happened? We needed some help for this. We wanted to build empathy between library staff, students, researchers, and also with us professional service designers from Kuudes Kerros. So we sent a recruit application to Aalto University, and we got lots of applies, actually 35 of them, so we could choose the best ones to work with us.
Luckily, I didn't have to apply. Instead, I was assigned as one of the team coaches, one of the 3. And there we were in this kickoff meeting with a bunch of random people trying to figure out how the whole thing is going to proceed. And at Aalto University Library, we have done so much work with this concept already by then. A lot of ideation, a lot of gathering user opinions, a lot of concepts. So we were just sitting there thinking that, is it going to be the same thing once again? Are we once again producing a nice set of slides, or what is this going to be? And another challenge was that we were really questioning, what do the consultants know that we don't?
And our challenge to be afraid that will there be enough commitment with the teams and team members, and how to get all in the same page in this short time. So we actually created different teams. On campus teams, there was Valeria and my team and Johannes' team. And they all have, teams have 4 members, students, researchers, and library staff. And all the members were having individual interviews all around the campuses. Actually, my team was in Arabia campus, Valeria's team was mostly in Otaniemi, and Johannes' team was mostly in Töölö campus. And in the end, we have total 194 interviews. So we got huge amount of interview insight, real user needs, and how we did it. We actually created this project language, so all the teams would be in the same page in short time. We found real problems, and these tiny headache problems, and also these really annoying migraine problems. And here are a few examples of user needs. Headache problems, we have this healthy food delivery wanted, or migraine problems. Most of the students say that they want to have 24/7 open space as a learning center. And this is a good way to get real user needs, not only user opinions.
So they say that there's 2 ways of designing services, and until this point I've been keeping this question, trying not to sound unprofessional, but what are the 2 ways?
Okay, I try to explain. We had first this assumption that students are different by profession, and but as a result of interviews, we found that there are specific students' personalities. And one is this lonely wolf who wants to study a lot and reading rooms in campus by herself. And she hates all the teamwork. She doesn't like common lectures. And the problem is that she carries all her stuff all around during the day and doesn't have any place to put all stuff. So we created this lock and load room, and there you can have rest or meditate or even having fun with other students. Or then you can lock your stuff and load your mobile devices during the lectures. So what kind of services should be designed in order to meet the service promise? In working phase, we promise to create multi-use services which support working the best way. So student Didido mentioned that they want this design, graphic design pop-up studio, but we created it for order to meet the service promise. Graphic designers offers for everyone this fast visual service in certain spot on campus. So layouting, logo designing, etc. So in the end, we created 23 totally new services, really small to really large. And smallest service might be the big, hairy, audacious goal. And it's real board on Learning Center, first of all, and the idea is to write down on your personal goal achievement, and you actually achieve it because it's in the end public. And the large service is Compass, It's a mobile and visual tool for all that happens on campus, including, for example, information or directions to places and events. So you remember this picture from the beginning. In the end, we fulfill all the corners, and information and learning corner, we created even more services. This cave room, which is totally quiet learning room, no windows, only silence, only learning, only studying. Then this working corner, modified and different sizes, meeting places, small, medium, large and extra large. And then events and network corner, we created this science and art square, which is an entertainment lounge and gallery place, and a place where you can have your master thesis and portfolios. And this personal productivity goal, no corner, lock and load and big hairy Odysseus goal.
As for the library, this process has helped us see our role in a really new way. We strongly believe that we are the part of campus that brings the whole thing together, that we are the place where people should be coming. But it turns out that it's not enough to just be there anymore. We need to take on a new role in this changing world, the role of community manager. And that's a completely new set of skills for us. We have always been really knowledge and information based, not so much networking. So we actually need to have a whole new set of job descriptions, maybe a team or a person who will take care of this networking, who will be really physically connecting people together, finding shared interests, introducing people to each other, and providing this shared context. So in a way, this service design project helped us not only define the services, but also rethink our whole identity as an organization.
So how to handle the service concept further? So interior architect team from Kuudes Kerros and members of interior architect company were planning together how to place all these services to an existing building. So those pictures are for the existing library in that day. And this map is from first floor and all the services added. And also the architect company joined and started to plan how to renovate the building. And it was important to remember that this was Aalto architecture, so respect that best way.
So we received that nice thick report about a year ago. That was a nice feeling. We actually thought that, okay, the job is done, we can just implement. But it turned out that it's not over for us. The service design report was a really beautiful outline and a nice view of where we're heading, but how we're getting there is still up to us. So we had to spend the whole year productizing the services. That's still something we're busy with. Now during this autumn, we picked 11 services that are developed further by the in-house teams. And the interesting thing is that none of us is a service designer, yet we are developing the services. And the great thing we got from this collaboration with Kuudes Kerros was that we got exposed to the whole methodology, to the set of skills that we need in order to continue the work. And that's something that's been really great. And another very nice thing is that through this work, we somehow managed to get a hold on this huge project of becoming a learning center that felt so immense. But finally now it seems a bit smaller, a bit more doable, a bit more like a roadmap. And at least for me, that's the best thing that happened to us.
And it's so nice to hear that this project has gone further and not only hundreds of new post-its, but something really concrete has happened in the end.
We are becoming a learning center.
Thank you.